Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. Recently found this Belling convector heater that I've disassembled, and the front of it's there and the main body of it's just behind. And I had a look at it and I thought it was a bit weird because the switches were missing. And also there was a button stuck on here, and I thought, well, what's going on here? And so this is the electrical lesson of the week, perhaps. Once I opened it up, the switches were inside, and as you can see, let's get a bit of a white background there. They're a bit messy. They're a little bit messy. So it looks like it has either a live or a neutral bus along one side, and then the three taps off to the various elements within the machine. The readings on the switch are a quarter and a half, so I guess if you have them all on, you have the full, I think it's a 1 kilowatt heater. And then if you switch off, you can switch off to get any combination of less heat or less power through it. They're completely melted together. That one's got a bit of a rock action left in it, but that one's seized. This one, yeah, I suppose. But what's happened is, so it's gotten a bit melty, and then this switch has fallen off, and it's just stopped. I plugged it in to see what would happen, to see if it would come on before I'd taken it apart, and nothing really happened at all. So I guess it's because it's come apart. But why has it come apart, I guess, is what I want to figure out. And so the clue was the button here. Somebody has used this to dry clothing, presumably, and put a shirt or something like that across here, probably across the whole lot, and they just got the heat just built up. And the heat built up and the heat built up, and it's all metal. It's a pretty robust one. It's all metal construction, apart from the plastic switches. Now these are never meant to be a failsafe, and I don't think there's any, like from here down, nowhere near the top of the unit is there a thermostatic heat switch or thermostatic safety switch. So it really just relied on the fact that the switches melted and the power got disconnected. You can see they're not held on with cable, they're just held on with a bit of plastic to the switch. So they've completely, the switch itself has completely melted, and the contact within the switch has come away, and that's what's caused it to switch off. It's just a complete horror show. Then, to add insult to injury, whoever was using this before it broke was using with this cable. So it's an old braided cloth cable. And you know what? Inside it looks okay, but hey, they'd really, in a number of spots, let the dog chew it or whatever. A sure sign that this is a nightmare piece of stuff. Now I think it's quite a nice heater. It's got this orange bar on the front, and down below there's an orange light bulb. I think I'm just going to glue them all together and switch it on and see if it blows up. So let's do that. So I've got them so that they're all just straight through. I'm presuming this is just live in, live out, and there's a neutral on the other side, or vice versa. I'll plug it into the 10 amp because that'll give me loads of power. And keep my fingers crossed. Snap! It's on, hasn't blown a fuse. So that's the first battle. So on the outside there we're getting 22. It's rising. Just with my hand over the top of it, I can feel the heat there, so let's see if this works. Yeah, I can't see where the laser's pointing, but we're getting temperatures there of about 100 degrees on the elements. I think about 135 is the maximum, so at least one of the elements is working. I don't see the light bulb coming on. So there's the light bulb, and with the lower front cover removed, you can see the cables coming in the back there. You've got the live on the left and the neutral on the right. Live switched because you've got the live there, and you've got one black cable coming, and that goes to the bus bar on that switch, and then it switches over. So you've got all these neutrals, and then you've got the two cables as well going to the light bulb, which isn't operating. Just looking inside, I can see that it's broken, so there's not, I don't know if you want to see that little spider web in there. So that bulb ain't going to work. It's just a 60 watt light bulb, so let's see if I've got another 60 watt bayonet that doesn't have the orange glow. It might just pick it up, and we'll see how beautiful this fire can be. So I've got a little candle bulb just to replace it with, and we're plugged out from the mains, and so we'll swap that bulb in there, and let's plug it back in and switch it on, and oh, there's that little light. Look at that. So not only have you got a radiator, you've also got a light in the bottom, and I'm sure that gives it a lovely glow or something when it's going. And so just as a quick follow-up on this Belling topic, which I didn't mention was the model name of this little 1 kilowatt heater, I've got a new bulb in it, and it gives this beautiful little glow out the bottom and out the front. And it's pretty good. Obviously, you can't feel the heat through my hand, but you're getting about 1 kilowatt of heat there, and the switches are gone, so it's just hot wired straight through to a cable. Works quite well. Thanks for watching this video.